So you want to start off with your chicken breasts. I have about 4 to 5 chicken breasts. I only ended up using 4 of them because we are going to thin them out and pound them out. And then you are going to need sliced mushrooms, a small onion, some Marsala. I have some Marsala cooking wine. You can use Marsala wine. It's completely up to you, but I chose the cooking wine. And then some heavy cream and some flour. I also minced about 4 cloves of garlic and a bowl to mix your flour with your basil. So let's get started. I'm going to take my basil, some dry basil from my spice rack, and the flour. I'm going to do about a half a cup of flour. You just measure depending on how many chicken breasts you are going to use. I did a half a cup, and that was a sufficient amount for the 4 chicken breasts that I used. So throw it in your bowl. You're going to set that aside, grab some basil, and we are going to take about a palmful of it, just a good amount so that we can season it. Add that to the flour, mix it all up. Then I am going to take some salt, a good palmful of that as well. Add that to the flour and then stir that together just so that we could season the chicken breasts, since I'm not seasoning them. So there we have the flour and the basil, the salt all incorporated. I forgot to mention you are going to need saran wrap to pound out the chicken. Grab the chicken breast, slice it in half, set aside half of that chicken breast, cover it with the other end of the saran wrap. I don't have a chicken pounder or meat tenderizer, I don't know what they're called, so I just used a coffee mug. I had to improvise, and I do that all the time. So you just want to thin it out and then cut the breast in half. Butter and add that to our pan. I used about 2 tablespoons of the butter. And I added that to the pan, and I also added some oil to the pan. Now we're going to dip our chicken in the flour, coat it on both sides with the flour. Once we do that, we add the chicken to the pan, and we cook it till it's nice and golden brown on both sides. Do not freak out with the amount of butter and oil you see in that pan. I used that for all 5 pieces, so don't think you are going to clog your arteries with the amount of butter and oil you see in that pan. Once we've browned our chicken on both sides, you are going to take the chicken out of the pan and set it aside, and to the same pan you are going to add your mushrooms and your onion. And once you've cooked down the mushroom and the onion, then you will add the garlic. You are going to stir it all up, cook it down till the onions are like clear. Next you want to grab the Marsala wine, and you want to do about 3/4 of a cup. I only had just over a half a cup, but the more you have, the more flavor it gives, and the more sauce you will have for your chicken. You want to stir that up, mix everything together, really get the flavors going, and bring it to a simmer. Once it's simmered, you want to add a half a cup of the heavy cream. I showed a 1/4 cup because I did 2 of those, so half a cup total for the heavy cream. You want to mix that all together. Make sure you pick up all of the drippings from the chicken, just to get that flavor really going into your sauce. And then once you've brought that to a simmer, you want to add the chicken breast back into the sauce, and make sure you've covered the chicken with the sauce on the top and the bottom and the mushrooms. And then we're going to let that sit for a good 5, maybe 10 minutes, just so that the flavors can meet. completely forgot to record me plating the food, but I served it with a side of green salad and steamed rice. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.